Last year, the legislature passed a law that requires doctors to show sonograms to women 24 hours in advance of undergoing an abortion. Additionally, the law requires physicians to describe the development of the fetus. However, in August of last year, a federal district judge in Austin upheld the sonogram portion of the law, but barred the state from requiring physicians to describe the fetus on the grounds that requiring the physicians to engage in government-mandated speech violates the free speech rights of doctors and patients. Live at 5's family law attorney Sonia Kaufman joins us now with more. What does this mean in layman's terms?
Well, up until now, the law was not enforced in Texas because the district judge in Austin said that you can't require a physician to engage in certain speech. However, last week, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans disagreed with the judge, and it appears that this law will be enforced in Texas. So the sonogram is offered to the woman to review, and then she's also offered the audio tape of the baby's heartbeat, and then the doctor is required to describe the age of the unborn, or the size of the unborn child, whether the child has developed limbs, and point out the internal organs. So there may be more appeals coming, but that's the law for now.
Okay, something that we will keep our eye on.
Yes.
Okay, on to our KFDM News Facebook page. We've got lots of questions. We'll try to get to most of them. Can a father keep a 1.5-year-old from his mother?
Well, it depends on if there's a court order. If there's no court order in place, then each parent has equal rights to the child. So I don't know the answer until we know about a court order.
Okay, if the mom has custody and is paid child support of an 18-year-old child, can she refuse to turn over the child on visitation every other weekend without giving up child support?
Well, I'm a little confused about giving up an 18-year-old. An 18-year-old, I think, would make his or her own decision about where to
Because
go.
at 18 years of age, child support ceases, correct?
Not necessarily. Child support may continue until the child graduates from high school, which is often past the age of 18.
Okay.
But I think the general question here is, can you withhold visitation if you're not getting child support? And the answer is no. They're two entirely separate things.
Okay. How do you go about gaining sole custody of your child and changing their last name, I'm assuming is what that means?
Okay. Sole custody would require a court order. If they don't have that now, if they have joint custody and feel that that should be modified, then back to court.
Okay, I have a different last name than my mother and father, and they won't give me permission to get a passport. Is there another channel that I can go to get my passport?
Interesting question. If the parents won't consent, I'm not aware of any way that a minor can get a passport.
So you have to wait until you're 18?
That's my assumption. I've never addressed that specifically, but I would think parental consent would be required.
Okay, is it legal for someone to place in their will in the event of their death for their child to go to someone who is not family?
That's a frequently asked question, and frequently parents put in their wills who they would like to get custody upon their death. That, however, is not binding on the court. It's evidence of the parent's intent, but the court's going to make that determination based on the best interest of the child.
Okay, what can I do for a father to give up rights? Supposed to pay child support and get every other weekend, and he doesn't do that, and he refuses to do that and doesn't do anything for her. Is there any way that she can get the father to give up rights?
Well, he can always sign a voluntary relinquishment of rights if he's inclined to do that. However, the courts are very reluctant to terminate a parent's rights for the sole purpose of terminating child support, so I would be very surprised if that worked. But her best option, I believe, would be to contact the Attorney General's office to see about getting her child support enforced.
All right, and that's all the time we have. We got to a lot, though.
We did.
Appreciate you stopping by.